The Marathon watch brand is a Canadian watch manufacturer that was founded in 1939 by a group of watchmakers who were passionate about creating high-quality, durable timepieces. From the very beginning, Marathon's focus was on producing watches that could withstand the toughest conditions, and the company quickly gained a reputation for producing rugged and reliable timepieces. One of the key features of Marathon watches is their ability to withstand extreme temperatures and harsh environments. This is thanks to the use of special materials and construction techniques that help to protect the movement and other internal components of the watch. Marathon has a long history of producing watches for military and law enforcement use, and many of the company's timepieces are designed to meet the specific needs of these demanding professionals. In addition to its military and law enforcement offerings, Marathon also produces a range of civilian watches that are designed for everyday wear. Throughout its history, Marathon has remained true to its roots, continuing to produce high-quality, durable timepieces that are built to withstand the toughest conditions. Today, the brand is recognized as one of the leading names in the world of rugged and reliable watches, and its timepieces are prized by collectors and enthusiasts around the globe. Here I am again. This is either my last watch video of 2022 or the first one in 2023. I guess we'll see if I can get it out in time. So I've been on, but first of all, I'm wearing my Ball Trainmaster. It shares a similarity to to the watch that I'm about to show you. I actually just got this. I saw a deal on like Sick Deals and I couldn't pass it up, even though I kind of sworn off watches for a bit, you know, because I feel like I went a little overboard last year or so. So I've been eyeing the Marathon brand for a while, and you know, I've been looking at, I wanted to buy one of their divers, but then I saw a deal for this watch on J. Crew of all places, and I thought it looked really cool. I didn't have anything like that in the collection, so I thought, you know, I think it was like $100, $111. I thought was a really good deal. So this is the, I believe this is the J. Crew like edition of the Marathon Navigator. So I don't have anything like this really in the collection. This is like the case material is like a composite of some sort, like some kind of plastic. It doesn't feel flimsy or like cheap feeling from what I can tell. It feels almost like steel, but it's just, you know, very light. This is a military spec watch. You know, when I remove it from this foam, you'll see that it does have military specifications on the case back. And overall, it's a really cool watch. The similarity that this watch shares with my Ball is Ball have kind of gone all in with tritium tubes, and so has the Marathon watches. This watch has tritium tubes, not as big as the Ball. I mean, the tritium tubes on the Ball are a little more legible because they are bigger, and they actually they form the numerals as well, which is cool. So at you know, in the dark, you can see the numerals as well as the markers, so, and the hour and minute hand. Even the GMT hand and the second hand have tritium, so it's really cool. Oh, I love this Ball watch, by the way. Well, let me get this thing off the foam here, and then I'll see what it looks like and see how it feels in the hand. So I got it off the foam here. So this watch came with like this nice blue striped NATO strap, which is kind of cool. I don't really own a watch with a NATO strap. I don't know what kind of a watch enthusiast am I. People rave about these things all the time, and I just, I'm more of a bracelet kind of guy personally. I like bracelets and I like leather straps, but I'm willing to keep an open mind. And so yeah, this is my first NATO. So maybe this is the watch that'll convert me into more of a NATO lover. This is a quartz watch. It's nothing special. I believe it's an ETA. It has an ETA quartz movement. I'll probably put some details on screen there for you. I don't know the specifications off the top of my head, but it's just a quartz watch. So let's just zoom in and take a kind of closer look at the dial and the case. As a red seconds hand there, you can see that it does have the tritium loom on the hands, the hour and minute hand. Doesn't appear to have any tritium on the red seconds hand, but it is red, so it kind of does stand out. It looks like from what I can tell on like the Marathon website, the more conventional version of this watch that they sell on their Marathon website has Arabic numerals. This has markers more along the lines of like a Submariner, like a diver's watch. It's supposed to be a pilot's watch, and it does have a bidirectional rotating bezel, even though I did try to move it earlier and it is not easy to move. I don't know if there's something wrong with my watch or they're all like that, but not easy to move at all. That might be a problem with my watch. And again, I'm probably not going to move this very much. I just kind of like the look of this watch and not really concerned about that. So the case is, like I mentioned, some kind of composite material. It does not feel like a cheap plastic, really. It does. There is a little weight to it. It's not, doesn't feel cheap at all, to be honest. The case has like this asymmetrical design. The right side of the case acts like a crown guard, which is kind of cool. So just add a little more protection towards the crown. The crown is, it does, maybe it does, can't tell if it's signed. I don't think the crown is signed. It doesn't look like it is. And if it is, it's very faint. It doesn't appear to be signed. Let's get a look at the case back here. I know that, like most quartz watches, there's not much to look at here, but let's see if I can get this. Because I know it does list something, like I know that these watches are Mil-Spec, but I don't know if this one is, because it was sold by J. Crew, and it really does serve a different purpose. It's not really meant to be deployed in the military. But let me see if I can get a better look back here. So I took the NATO off of it, and I don't know if you can read that there, but it does say Mil-Spec. This does, even though it was sold by J. Crew, does have the same military Mil-Spec as the normal ones, which is good. It says Navigator 3 with date. It says Mil-Spec class high torque movement, I believe. I think this is 60 meters of water resistance, if I'm not mistaken. It does have like a nuclear symbol of some sort, or like a radiation symbol there that denotes that it has tritium tombs, and which uses radioactivity to provide its like constant glow light source. If I was in the military, I would absolutely want to watch. I think it's an absolute excellent feature to have tritium tubes when you're in the military, because you're operating at all hours of the day, including night, the wee hours of the evening or the night, and it's just life or death to be able to see the time and be able to tell what time it is. And tritium tubes, from what I use mine all the time when I go to the movie theater, and this thing is great in low light. And you can always tell what time it is, and it doesn't disturb anybody like a little little Apple Watch screen would. I think it's a lot cooler. I think tritium tubes are wonderful, really great. They have a finite life of about 20 to 30 years. After that, well, they're not working anymore. I don't know if anybody would probably get these things replaced on such a cheap watch. You'd probably just buy another one at that point once they're dead, or you can probably continue using the watch without it glowing, but I think it's a really great feature. So one thing I forgot to mention, really easy to release battery compartment case opener thing. Just probably use a coin or a screwdriver and get that open, service it really quickly. So as far as the NATO strap is concerned, I really do like it. It's a really nice, very like a lighter blue and a navy blue. I think it's a really nice choice. It really goes well with the case. With the whole design of the watch and the case color, I think it goes well. The buckle is signed with Marathon on it, which is nice, and it's a nice brush finish. Overall, it's a really cool package, this thing. Really cool watch. Well worth the $14 that I paid for it. This is a Mil-Spec watch. The only other watch that I own that probably even comes close to this as far as ruggedness and and its ability to function at in pretty much any situation would be my G-Shock, which obviously G-Shocks are used heavily in the military. If I was in the military, I'd probably want a G-Shock or something like this, to be honest. Something that because this has a little lume light. You can't really see it because I'm shining here. I can probably turn the light off. If I turn the light off, you can see, there you go. You have so you can constantly, this is great. And this one actually syncs up with, this has the atomic sync up that uses radio waves to sync up the time automatically. And it was just, I have to do another video on this watch. It was just synced up yesterday at 1 in the morning or so, at 12:17. But yeah, this is a pretty cool watch. Again, 114 bucks. I think it's a pretty good deal. I actually checked, and after I ordered mine, it sold out pretty quickly after. So I'm glad I jumped on it. I'm glad I bought this thing, and I think this is pretty much unique. I love the blue color of the case. I don't have, like I said, I don't have anything like this. And that gives you a little bit of a wrist shot there with it on. Again, this is a 41-inch case. I would say it wears a little smaller. I'll probably take some measurements of that in a moment, and I'll show you. Probably say it wears closer to 40. I don't think it you know, the asymmetrical case kind of makes it appear to be a little wider than it is, but I think it wears a little smaller. So it fits nicely on my 7¼ inch wrist there. I think this is a really cool watch, and definitely on the cheaper side. And I needed like another watch like this one, nice. And again, that beautiful blue case. I don't have anything like that in the collection. Let's get some quick measurements here, and then wrap this up. Let's start with some thickness here. Let's see how thick it is. I'm gonna say it's like, I think it's like 12.5-ish. No, it's like 13. Oh, I guess, okay, so I'm measuring it with NATO on, so let's get the thickness. I got the NATO off again, so let's see what we got. Like 11 millimeters there. Let me see. Yeah, just a hair under 11 millimeters, pretty thin. Case diameter, 43.2 that way. But if I go about 42-ish, but again, it doesn't feel that big. Here, let's do it lug to lug. We're looking at about 47.5 lug to lug. Like I said, it doesn't wear like a 42 or 41. It wears like a 40, you know, easily. It doesn't wear very big at all. I would take this over a moon swatch any day. In my opinion, this is a legit military spec, really cool tritium lit watch, and I'm really stoked about this one. Well, anyway, if you found this review helpful, enjoyable, or all the above, it'd be really good if you can give it a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to the channel. It'd be really great. If you have any questions about the watch, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you have any questions about the ball or the G-Shock as well, leave them in the comments. If you have any questions about watches in general, leave them in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions. So I'll see you in the next one.